Hello, Mr. Def here with another World of Warships video. Today I'm in a Moskva. Finally got this thing and I finally got a decent game in it. I have to say I'm not really good at this ship. Here are the captain skills and how I set up the ship. As you can see, it's kind of focused on concealment. Even though it's focused on concealment, it still has absolutely dismal concealment ratings. Plus sides of this ship are basically railguns. You shoot out to your max range without the spotting aircraft, or sorry, not aircraft, without the range mod, and it still does 10 seconds, which is fantastic for a cruiser. And your anti-air reaches out quite a long distance. It doesn't do all that well, but it reaches out quite a distance. That's what's important. And you also have 11.7 kilometer radar with 25 seconds activation time. On this map, if you sneak up into Bravo, or not Bravo, sorry, like in between two islands here, between Bravo and Charlie, you can radar both caps. You could do this on Alpha and Bravo and Charlie and Delta, but usually the ships don't go that way all too often. So I find this section to be the best place. Unlike the Donskoy before you, or in the Tier 9 Donskoy, you lose your torpedoes. This I find is a downgrade in a sense. On the plus side, you get 50mm armor on your deck and midsection, or sorry, the midsection deck and the midsection, which means you can bounce 460mm shells as long as you angle properly. You still can be penetrated on your nose and your stern and superstructure. But the ship is actually kind of long and narrow and not very fat, which allows quite a bit of. Oh, it also has a very fast rudder, so it does allow you to wiggle quite a bit. I feel that this ship is more likely played as a battleship, at which point you might as well get something like a Missouri. But a tier 10 cruiser is tier 10 cruiser. Basically, a ship is, well, it's not a battleship, but it does have battleship tanking capabilities. And unlike battleships, you reload quite quickly and can spam HE all day long. Get withers and arsonists. But I don't really like this ship all that much, I have to say. I prefer getting up in close to a cap, and battleship isn't actually that bad doing that, but this ship, it's kind of lacking. This is Russian ship, typical Russian cruiser, long range HE spam. It has amazing AP as well, but the AP, yeah, the AP is useful. It's just that it's not ultra useful. I gotta say, you're basically outspotted by everything, and this doesn't help you shoot those AP shells into targets because they're fully aware of where you are. The one exception is rushing up against RNCL smoke. So if a Minotaur is running away from you, pump AP into its butt. If it's charging you, then you're going to have a bit of an issue. So destroyer spotted somewhere around here. Getting spotted by aircraft all day, so it's like this concealment build doesn't really seem to help right now. But the alternative is just taking the rudder mod, and taking the rudder mod doesn't really seem to help me. The rudder is plenty fast on this ship. It's just that I have difficulties getting into a good position. So as you can see, the damage from the shells isn't that bad in typical tier 10 cruiser fashion. Destroyer sunk. The one thing you gotta watch out for this ship is exposing your broadside, because your broadside, despite the fact that you have 50mm of armor on your midsection, your citadel is still only cruiser level protection, so broadside means citadel to death. Like, I remember playing on the public test server, and a broadside Moskva showed up. I pumped, what was it, like 4 citadels and a bunch of penetrations from an NC or North Carolina, and that thing died in one hit. Full HP to 0 in one salvo. That's how bad the armor is if you don't play right. Played right, the armor is very troll. So you can see that both those battleships have now lined up, and I can effectively angle against both of them. Destroyer spotted nearby. It's behind the island though. So start a few more fires. Effectively, you're just really only shooting fires. That's all you gotta do. Start fires. Bounce shells. Ha! Help the CV out with air support. So you saw that fly right over. I'm broadside to him, but I have this island between me, so he can't quite bounce, or he can't quite shoot shells over the island from that distance. Just waiting, buying my time. I have to say, this ship is somewhat boring to play, because all you do is basically sit at range, wait for the ideal moment, and it's mostly wait. All the battle incentive is given to the red team because you have poor detection, and poor detection means you'll get outspotted, which means the enemy or your targets has the battle incentive. And it's basically playing as the black side on chess. He goes second. It is... As a cruiser, I guess that's an okay thing, because cruisers are supposed to be reactionary ships rather than full incentive strike ships, which are destroyers and other stealthy cruisers. But I gotta say, this thing, it reminds me of the Donskoy. I didn't like the Donskoy all that much. I would say it's a better ship for team play, division. I play mostly solo, so it's probably not seeing the value of this ship. Try and finish off that Hindenburg. Why don't I use my rear turrets? Or the rear turret you said? Because I don't want to go forward and expose my broadside to the battleship that's over there. The fact that I can't get my rear gun into action is just an unfortunate circumstance. Oh, torpedoes from the Shimikas, and the battleship's dead too. Which means I could go full forwards. Or I should go full forwards anyways. So he put his fire out, but I started more fires. And it just means he's gonna burn to death. Oh no, wait, he used it. Ah, whatever. You fire. I have 2 fires going, 3 fires going. There we go. And I can repair up most of this. I can repair the fire even if he starts another one. The beauty of having HP pool. Let's see how this works. Oh, look at that. Nice citadel hits. Have some more. That didn't quite work out, did they? It is turning away now. I don't understand why CVs can be this survivable. Because he's saved by the bell. God damn it. Well, results are here. Don't really care to watch them myself. Pause the video if you want to see it. Alright, hope you enjoyed watching. I hope to see you in the high seas. Good night.